Hello again, Patriots. This is Praying Medic, and this is my QAnon update for Wednesday, September 12th. Some of the Q websites have not been retrieving Q posts very well. I'm currently using qmap.pub as one of the sites I use. It has some very good research tools on it if you're interested in doing your own research. Those of you who want to get updates on your Android phone, Q drops, Q alerts are available in the Play Store. My theme for this update is We Will Never Forget. I have something of a personal connection to the 9/11 attack. I was actually on duty the morning of September 11th, 2001. I was sleeping in the paramedic dorm at our station. I was on duty, and a firefighter came into our dorm early in the morning, said to me and my partner, "Come on down to the day room." So we went down there, and all the firefighters and medics, the whole shift was gathered around a TV. We were watching as the Twin Towers caught fire and eventually collapsed. Watched the TV coverage as firefighters came in and out of the buildings. People watched in stunned disbelief. I watched for, I think, a couple of hours, and then I ended up going home. I was numb watching this all happen. 343 firefighters died that day, in addition to about half a dozen police officers and other people in protective services. That day I went home, told my kids what happened. They were about 7 years old, and they didn't really get it. They thought, okay, well, this is like a big car accident, right, Dad? That day I was grateful to be alive. And on September 11th, I prefer just to remember and honor the people who paid the ultimate price for serving the public. For the next few days, that tragedy was the only thing anyone ever talked about. Actually, for weeks around the fire station, it was about the only thing we talked about. People came by the fire station, dropped off food, dropped off bakery, and expressed their gratitude to us for the work that we did. I'll never forget the outpouring of love that was shown to us during that time. So we're going to get back to Q's posts. This was on September 10th. Q posted a link to a tweet, and Q wrote, "Prepare your memes. Non-NSA tech today cannot read and filter." The NSA apparently has technology that can interpret and filter memes. This is a tweet that Q linked to. It's a Punisher skull. Q said that outside of the NSA, companies and agencies do not have the ability to interpret memes. They're working on it. This is an article from The Verge, where it says Facebook is making artificial intelligence that can identify offensive memes. Because, well, whether you want to believe it or not, Facebook really is all about controlling the narrative. Q posted this: "Attention on deck, battle stations, memes at the ready. Where we go one, we go all." So some of us are wondering, why was Q signaling to people that we need to have memes ready? Q posted this on the night of the 10th. "We will never forget. We will never forgive." Q. I personally have found that forgiving people is pretty helpful in life. Q posted this: "Important, no private comms, past, present, or future. No comms made outside of this platform. Any claims that contradict the above should be considered fake news and disregard immediately. Where we go one, we go all. Patriots." There isn't a day that goes by that someone doesn't contact me and ask me about an account on Twitter that they believe is Q posting on Twitter. Q does not post on Twitter. Q does not post on Facebook. Q does not post on Reddit or any other platform except the board on 8chan. That is the only place Q posts. That is the only place Q communicates with anyone. No private communications. No posting anywhere else. If you want to communicate with Q, you have to go to the board on 8chan, and that is the only place you're going to talk to Q. There are a lot of people who repost Q's messages on various platforms. Q only posts original messages on 8chan. Q posted 2 links and said, "We will never forget, we will never forgive, Patriot Day, Q." First link is to a video. It is a 9/11 tribute video. It's pretty good. You can find that link on military.com. The second link is to a presidential proclamation declaring September 11, 2018 to be Patriot Day. Q then posted this. It's a graphic we've seen before. This came out of the Inspector General's report on the Hillary email investigation. In the center, you see these kind of red circles, and around them, you see all these little black indicators. This is a graphic representation of the setup of news reporters and FBI employees. FBI and DOJ employees were in contact with reporters from the media on a pretty regular basis, and they came up with these diagrams to illustrate the nature of the problem. It was an issue of big concern for the Inspector General. Q also posted a couple of links, and these are to a couple of Mark Meadow tweets. He did a thread. Update today, we sent an updated letter to Rod Rosenstein, including a newly discovered text and a new resulting timeline. On April 12, 2017, Peter Strzok texts Lisa Page, 2 articles are coming about her namesake, and that's a reference to Carter Page, because Lisa Page and Carter Page, same last name. On 4/22, Strzok tells Page the article is out and well done. This is a letter to Rosenstein. This is the second tweet. So the new timeline is on April 10th, Strzok texted Page wanting to discuss their media leak strategy. On the 12th, Strzok texted Page that 2 articles about her namesake would be published, and then on the 22nd, he texted her confirming the articles were out, so that's their new timeline. Q posted this. It's a link to an article where the Pope compares a Vatican whistleblower to Satan. This is about the whistleblower who has exposed the cover-up of the child sex abuse in the church. Q posted a link to a New York Times article. Another wave of attacks coming, nothing to see here. Q. This is, again, another hit piece from the New York Times. And the title of the article is A Trail of Breadcrumbs Leading Conspiracy Theorists into the Wilderness. I read the article. You know, I have to say this, the people that are criticizing Q are getting a little bit better at it. This article, the author actually has read some of Q's drops. It looks like they may have actually watched one of my more recent videos, because they reference a lot of Q's signatures, and specifically makes a reference to people who call themselves Q researchers. So they're getting better. They're actually looking into some of the information that Q is posting, but they have this bias that it's all a bunch of nonsense, and the articles still are not all that helpful. Q posted this, coming very soon to a theater near you, FISAgate, and as a graphic that was posted on Reddit a couple days ago. And then Q posted this. Panic in DC, RR in brackets, Rod Rosenstein, requested a meeting with POTUS, and the meeting was declined, Q. Rosenstein has got some big problems. Q posted this, Panic in DC. King and Spalding hired last week to represent Sally Yates, Q. King and Spalding is one of the oldest and most respected law firms in the country. They represent a lot of Fortune 500 companies. They actually represent, according to one source, the Trump's properties. So Sally Yates is also in big trouble. Q posted this, Panic in D.C., Comey in communication with Andrew McCabe regarding testimony story. Andrew McCabe is not going to be a free man much longer, I don't think. Q posted this, Panic in D.C., James Baker is testifying against James Comey. Baker was the chief counsel for the FBI. Q said that Baker resigned his position under an agreement to cooperate with the investigation, so I'm sure Baker is testifying because he doesn't want to go away to jail for the rest of his life, so he has a lot at stake. And I'm guessing Comey is probably freaking out right about now. Q posted this, Panic in D.C., Lisa Page testifying against Peter Strzok. We know that Lisa Page is a cooperating witness, and they are going to get whatever information they can use from her on everybody involved in Spygate. Q posted this, Panic in D.C., Bruce Orr, in an effort to save his wife Nellie Orr, testifying against Rosenstein, Yates, Lynch, and Comey. Interesting. Bruce Ohr had previously said that he kept about half a dozen people in the DOJ in the loop. He was telling them what was going on with his involvement with Christopher Steele, his involvement with his wife Nellie Ohr. His story is they all knew what was going on. So I would imagine Bruce Ohr is ratting them out right now, and that is pretty amusing. Lord Lynch probably not going to be free for very much longer. Q posted this: Panic in D.C. Christopher Steele, requested a non-extradition to the U.S. U.S.-UK extradition treaty since 2003. So Steele is the creator of the dodgy dossier that was used to obtain the warrant to spy on Carter Page. And apparently he is trying to get an exemption on the extradition treaty that UK and US have. It's interesting. Well, hey Chris, maybe you can get one of those get-out-of-jail-free cards from Hillary. Q posted this: Rats running, timing is everything, enjoy the show, Q. I think we're going to see a whole lot of people getting locked up pretty soon. People have been sending me their prophetic dreams, and the number of dreams people are having regarding the cabal getting taken down and getting arrested is increasing. I'm getting more messages every day from people. Q posted this. You can see the people arrange themselves in a Q plus form. Together we win, Q. And then Q posted this. It is a link to a Twitter status. It's actually pretty good. So this account, Not Your Mom's Opinion, reposted Q's drop, goodbye Mr. Rosenstein, and then said it's hammer time. And they have the hashtags in here: Great Awakening, Drain the Swamp, Lock Them All Up. Q reposted that. It's pretty funny. Some of us have been watching General Flynn's timeline and his banner on Twitter, and I believe yesterday the general changed his banner again, and this is his current banner on Twitter, for those of you who are interested in that. That is all I have for this update. So be encouraged, Patriots. Keep us in prayer. Keep Q and the team in prayer. Keep the president in prayer. Thank you for your support. Thank you for sharing this on social media. That is all I have for you on this update. This is Praying Medic signing off. I will catch you on the next broadcast.